Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mardatilah Nadya Ramadanty. I'm from Advanced Speaking A2, and in this video I will explain about the topic that relate with us right now. Okay, the topic is learning activities during the pandemic time. So there are four purposes of this video. First is knowing the COVID-19 pandemic, then knowing the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic for English foreign language students, and then knowing the way students and teachers deal with this pandemic problem. And the last is knowing the impact of online learning for English foreign language students. Okay, first, we have to know what is COVID-19. So, on 11 March 2020, the World Health Organization announced the status of a global pandemic for coronavirus disease 2019, or also called COVID-19. In health terms, a pandemic means an outbreak of a disease that attacks many victims. And then, while in the case of COVID-19, the World Health Organization designated the disease as a pandemic because all of the world's citizens were potentially exposed to a COVID-19 infection. So there are many impacts on our life while this pandemic problems. One of the impact is in our study in school, and then there are two impacts: the negative impact and the positive impact. First, I will explain about the positive impact. The first is the positive one. We can get the material easily and learn to evaluate our own learning at home according to the desires of our heart. And then we can learning while sleeping, eating, joking with family, and certain while implementing social distancing and staying at home or boarding house following the government's recommendation. And then the second positive impact is we can learn either in closed rooms or open spaces. In addition, we can study freely without any usual time limit set for each course on campus, so that we are easier to understand the material delivered by lecturer. We can adjust our study hours at will without pegging to the schedule of courses. And then I will explain the negative impact. First is many people misuse online learning time or don't use online learning a lot, and we find a lot of times studying online, opening Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, playing online games. And then while e-learning is only open for absences, not for reading material or for learning. Then the second impact is there is no guidance by an expert. Many students will not learn the maximum. Maybe they only have one target, and that is such as absence, just only absence. And then if it is absent, then yet there is no attempt to look for learning in the online. So, how do students and teachers deal with this pandemic problem? So, the government has stated that school must close because this is a pandemic problem, and then we as students and the teachers should learning at home. So there are many applications that we can use while learning at home. such as Zoom applications. So we can face to face in the online, and we can use the website e-learning like Simari in my campus, my college, and then we can use Google Classroom, and we can use WhatsApp for discussing and so on. So, what are impacts of online learning for English foreign language students? First is the number of students not out utilizing online learning. Many of them find when studying online open Facebook, and then it just for absence. They just online for getting absence, so there is no what this intense learning while they learning at home. And then second is many students who abuse the online learning system and use this learning time with things that are arguably less important, and it can harm themselves. And then the third is lack of students' understanding of learning, so that many students do not make the most of their learning time. Then the fourth is if there is no guidance by an expert like teachers as in school in the room, many students will not learn the maximum. And then maybe there is only one target that the student want to achieve, such as absence. If it is absent, then the case is finished. There is no time to look for learning in the online. In addition, there may still be students who are still technology illiterate, so therefore guidance and is needed by educators. So during the pandemic time, teacher must be proactive and creative in order to be able to hold teaching and learning activities as effectively as face-to-face. That's all from me. Thank you for watching this video. Stay home, stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay learning at home. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.